to church? Why didn't they come to where we were doing the joining? Why are they all here at the reception? They came to eat food at B. No, the white people were just there chilling. But you see, so they were exchanging. Was come and carry me from here. Come and carry from me. I'm like, ha. Why did this man get angry? Why did he react like that? Where is his bride, by the way? She couldn't do anything to calm the man. She couldn't babe, just let it slide. Or babe, it's normal here. You know, we like to attend receptions more or something. It wasn't like the reception place was really fancy. No, it was just there. All right. And there were not a lot of crowd like we would have in our regular Nigerian Owambears. Come on, you know when we want to do it, we do it big. It's that we're using a school field or we are using a hall, but you know that the crowd you will see, we know that something is happening here, no matter the budgets, right? I didn't see that kind of crowd to justify why he had to chase them away. But if I understand correctly, the man was angry that maybe what was more important to him was seeing these people when they were saying I do and not just have them troop in mass because they have free food and drinks and then they go back to their houses. We're not even going to talk about whether or not they came with gifts. That's another kettle of fish entirely. In Nigerian wedding culture, now that's Sierra Leone. That was the British man married to a Sierra bride who was chasing his in-laws away for coming to the reception only. In Nigerian wedding culture, it is common for guests to primarily attend the reception rather than the church or court wedding ceremony. This is largely due to the large number of guests invited and maybe the different priorities people have when attending a wedding. Many guests may see the reception as the primary celebration, focusing on the food, the music, the dancing, and the social aspects, while the religious or legal ceremony is seen as a more intimate or less essential part for some. But I have discovered over time that it goes beyond wedding receptions to child dedications or baby christening, to Thanksgiving, doctorate Thanksgiving, this Thanksgiving, that Thanksgiving, birthday Thanksgivings, even memorials, and even burials. So you see the people that will show up for the morning service, where you would have either the Thanksgiving or the joining, or the dedication of the child, or the funeral service, are less than those that will show up at where the reception is happening. Now, I speak as someone who have had to host events from weddings to burials to child dedications. And I have noticed that myself. I didn't mind, trust me. Although, there were quite a number of people. In fact, my church was filled to the brim when I was getting married. But yeah, the people at the reception were more, right? I didn't mind. My significant other clearly didn't mind. We're not going to chase people. No, we're not going to do that. Dedication, the same thing. Normal church service. Some people came for the church service. In fact, for wedding, I noticed from the wedding dedication, some people came for the church service and didn't come for the reception. Some people came for the church service and came for the reception, and there were those who came for the reception alone. Should hosts, two questions I'm asking, should hosts be more explicit about their expectations for ceremony attendance? Or is it simply understood that the reception is the main event for many? I take that again. Should host, it could be couples, it could be an individual, be more explicit about their expectations for ceremonies, attendance? Or is it simply understood that the reception is the main event for many? Question number 2. Why do you think more people attend event receptions than the church ceremonies themselves? Think about it. Now, over the weekend, I attended a wedding as well. And from that wedding, I discovered that they wanted more people to come to the church. The reception was strictly by invitation. They had a guest list. They were working with 150 people. They were making arrangements for 150 people. But towards the end, they said, all right, let's call caterer and pay for additional plates of food and chops, just in case some people did not hear that you come, this invite is admitting you alone, and they want to come with extra. So it doesn't seem like the people that honored the invitation and chose to come with extras, their extras will not have anything, So they paid for additional 50, which was not even cheap. I mean, food alone and chops was a lot of money. We've not even added drinks. But they were quite particular. They wanted, come for the joining everyone, and reception. See, only these people we send invites to should be there. So they did not announce it. They sent a general invitation card that did not have the wedding reception venue. And then they now sent another card to those of us they wanted to be at the reception. They were quite explicit. They wanted, this is what they wanted. They clearly spelt it out. Did that British man spell it out that, hey, I want to see you all at the church, oh. All of you should come to the church, oh. Let's talk. 0817 923 0002 and 0817 923 0003. 0817 923 0002. and 0817-923-0003. WhatsApp and Telegram number is 0809-030-6416. 0809-030-6416. I have to do a quick confirmation if we're live on X and Facebook, and then I'll read out the social media handles. Nigeria Info, good afternoon to you and welcome.
Good afternoon, the very distinguished Didi. How are you doing this afternoon?
I'm good. How are you doing?
I'm doing great. I remain the very distinguished Temple of Kiri.
Temple of Kiri, you're welcome.
I have listened to you very much carefully. And when inviting somebody, sometimes you consider the person's schedule and activities for that very day.
Okay.
Very much important. Because you and I know that Saturday is for weddings. And sometimes Saturday is not just for weddings. It can be for burial, it can be for other events. And you that is inviting somebody, have it at the back of your mind or at the forefront of your mind that your own invitation might not be the first that have gotten to the person. So the person might have some kind of 10 places to attend to. Okay, let me rush to the church. Then maybe whatever I have to give them, I hand over to them. Then this other person, let me go for the reception.
Reception.
You don't tell the person you must be in this one, you must be in this one. So I think those are the things one need to consider. So coming to your maybe church wedding, I have to stay there maybe the reception. The other person that you get to me needs also my presence. I need to show my face there as well. So I think those are the things we need to consider. Not all coming, down and you sleep there at the end of the day. For me, I think those are the things that one need to consider. That is my own opinion. Thank you.
All right. Event hosts should consider that people may have other invitations on the said day as you do. I think I quite agree. Yes, in practical terms. Last week, Saturday, for me, I had about 4 invitations. I had to streamline them to 2. Yes, I had to be at a 70th birthday. I had to be at 3 other weddings. And 2 of them, so everybody was my personal person, and there was definitely no how. Some of you have been there. Your guy, them. My guy. My girl, them. We're all on the same day. How you gonna do it? And there were some people that would even want to travel on that same day. So maybe you should also factor that. Now, for the 70th birthday, I had to respond. They had to call me several times, like, are you coming? Because this is how we are arranging this event. No children. We are going to have your name on your seat. So it doesn't matter when you come. The event starts at this time. So anytime you come, you're not going to look for where to sit down. You're going to see your name and you're going to sit there. That was how they were arranging it. And they were reaching out to people that they had invited to confirm that they were coming. If they're going to come with a +1, so that they will include the +1's name in the list of guests and have it on each tables. They were that prepared. Now, by the time I did my calculation, I had said I would show up initially. They had to confirm with me a week and 2 weeks before to be sure I was still coming. And then I had to cancel. I said, no, my family member and this and this and this. At the end of the day, I don't think I can navigate. I had another wedding on Saturday as well. And I showed up for that one because the invite specifically said 12 p.m. for reception. And I'm asking, what about the joining? And the person who invited me clearly stated that they were having a court marriage. And the 12 noon is the reception, which will serve as a traditional marriage where, they'll wear their traditional attire. So they will go to court first and then come back. And I said, okay, I can afford to not go to my cousin's church joining, right? Let me not back, so I'm just going to end everything over there. But I'm not going to spend so much time, maximum 2 hours, because her own reception will start at 2 p.m. So if yours is for 12 p.m. and hers is for 2, I can do 2 hours with you. And she said, it's all right, fine. Just signal me when you show up. And I did show up. I'm telling you that as at 12:30, in short, we left there 2:30 something. We had not seen bride and groom. People had started coming. The hall wasn't yet full. Like, it was half full. People had not showed up. And I'm like, hey. So it means that if I had come and I had said, okay, this was the only event for today, I would end up spending my entire day here because even the couple I had not seen. But you see, my friend who invited me, was her younger brother's wedding. She ensured that as I was leaving, I left with my own food. I did not have to wait for them when they were sharing food. She packed my food, packed my chops, packed my drink, even packed souvenir and gave to me. I said, wow, really? Because I honored the invitation. That was the least she could do. I missed out on the fun part. I didn't see them, right? I didn't take pictures with them. I even forgot to take pictures with her. The invites clearly spelled out. A time was given. But apparently, maybe those that created the time or set out the invite did not factor in the fact that people had other things to do. What if, like me, some other persons left that venue looking to attend some other events? So yes, I agree with the other caller. Now, a message here says the guy is clearly overreacting. God's will say the guy is clearly overreacting. Which guy? Oh, the British guy. He shouldn't have chased them away from the hall. Was there something else the in-laws did that he did not, or they didn't mention? That video was like 4 minutes long. I watched it for like 4 minutes. Is it that they told him to pay too much? But then again, if you're going to marry away from your culture, then you should have some level of understanding to the behavior, some level of understanding of the behavior of the culture of the people that you're going to be in-laws with. That was not a good way to start a relationship with your in-laws, really. And they'll keep blaming the bride that you let your husband insult us like that. Nigerian Phil, good afternoon to you and welcome.
Okay, good afternoon.
Good afternoon.
Hi, my name is Fumi.
Fumi, you're welcome.
So as a bona fide Owambe person.
Owambe Oshe!
Oshe. I just happened to be in Port Harcourt and I listened to your program for that station. So the thing is this, church, as far as I'm concerned, should offer the journey, joining, and those who care to attend. Service starts at 10:30. the pastor will drag, will preach. We've heard it before. Well, what God has done together, let no man put asunder. Those who are here, who have managed to renew your vows, blah, 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 blah. I'm not saying it's wrong. We learn from it. But then most churches, whether old generation and new, have learned to turn weddings now, the church service, into an avenue to take money from guests. You know that most of those guests are attending the church for the first time. And they will say, oh, we have this project. We have this project. Before you came for the couple, you have your own church. Yeah, they will waste your time. Then before reception starts, see, it's called an Owambe for a reason. As far as I'm concerned, people should get married the week, let the pastor bless. If you don't want your friends to celebrate, you do now invite us to the Owambe. These days, some churches have learned lessons. They still use the small section of the church for the wedding for decoration. You see people will decorate a church that is like 2,000 capacity. Less than 100 people will be in the church. It's towards the end, some people now come because they want to be part of the pictures.
The pictures.
Marriages now, the couples now learn to take their pictures at the reception venue. People focus more on the reception now. The church is all well and good. In fact, go and test your marriage on Sunday. After all, the church service, not even the legal one, you still require court documents for the church wedding. And we are just following colonial mentality, such weddings. Many people have seen our Gen Z children. When they don't even care about all these things that they're doing. Secondly, we want to celebrate the couple. It's a reception that there will be a party. That's where we want to dance. Sometimes you've got to go and wear clothes, this and this and that, in hundreds of thousands or tens of thousands. If you come to you see the kind of premiums or gifts that they give, your takeaway back. If you are not at the reception, you will miss it.
Okay.
You have to go. That's why many people go to there will be food. If you know you are not ready to feed, we have food in our houses, as Sino Ache said. But because we come out to celebrate with you because we love you, it's not that we lack food in our homes. We have food, but it's the spirit of community. So if you are not ready to feed people well, don't hold a big party. That's the mistake some people make, thinking people will spray them.
Okay, if you're not ready to feed people well, then don't host a big party. The church ceremonies usually waste a lot of time. The main celebration is the reception. So everybody, let's go to the reception. Nigeria Info, good afternoon to you and welcome.
Mr. John from Port Harcourt, good morning to you.
Good morning in this afternoon. Is the weather on your side looking like morning? These are the issues.
Don't blame me now. Don't say you get to see go there everywhere. They see those people happen for our side.
It's all right. I understand. Go ahead.
This way, the truth is they are not organized.
Okay.
They are not organized. We have a pending problem in this part of the world, especially here in Nigeria. Professionalism in your career. It's a serious call for concern. See a microbiology graduate or certificate holder working in the bank as a cashier. So my
Zion, what we are talking about is event reception, no?
No, I'm coming there now.
Okay.
The event planners, them where you they see, how many of them go study?
How many people even employ event planners for their event? That's another question we should ask.
Issues. So you found that from the onset they are not organized. Are you expecting a job to be done professionally? You expect issues and glitches not to occur? No. Until you have a professional who have studied, they have seen the merit and the demerit, advantage and disadvantage, the pitfalls and the rise. They have seen
all this one on top event with somebody who just come and eat rice and chicken and go home.
Event, people are making money. It must be taught with the touch of professionalism. Go to Lagos. Event planners are making millions.
But hold on. While I agree with you that we need professionalism in the event space, is it the event planners that we force attendees to either go for church ceremony or come for reception?
have a conduct of how you do your things, how you organize yourself, people will fall in line.
Really?
At some situation, yes. Some church service is 8 o'clock. Oh. People don't consider 7:30. They don't start service. 8 o'clock, they don't start service. Would they wait for people to come by 9:30? Some churches don't go beyond that. Church start by 8 o'clock, it's 8 o'clock. Pastor do, start members, 1 or 2 members. 8 o'clock, go and check those churches. They are up to date. They are up to time.
All right, then. Thank you, Zion. Nigeria Info, good afternoon to you and welcome.
Hello.
Hi, good afternoon.
Hello, Didi, good afternoon.
Good afternoon. How are you doing?
I'm good.
All right.
Thank you. Didi, please, we're talking about, just put me through a bit. I was listening.
We're talking about more attendance to event reception than the church ceremony. You know that thing that happens in the church before there will not be a reception. And it's not just restricted to weddings. I mean, Thanksgiving, child dedication, funeral service, memorial services. More people will come to the reception than they will go to the church or any other place that they are going to be having whatever they're doing.
Yeah, yes. Look, Didi, most times, people love you. Yeah, it's not as if they don't love you. But you see, the Bele Kingdom, most times it's very important. Yeah, most people come to the reception because that's the truth. Because for the food and just for the one there, so see, that's when you see the wheat move. That one there for one side. And another thing, Didi, we are talking about, let me just add this event planning and so on in it. Look, Didi, I attended one occasion.
Stay with us. Nigeria Info.
I'll let you call us back after the break, all right? Thank you.